Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Just jumped in the truck here and I'm headed up to the farmhouse. Okay, everyone, it's a few minutes after 10 o'clock at night right now. In the last 2 days, I put up 5 videos over 2 channels, and today I filmed pretty much absolutely nothing. Melissa and I went out and did the cats, did all the chores, but I still have to grab the eggs. Hey girls, how's it going? You guys still have some bananas to eat there. Looks like we got 3 eggs today. Temperature wise, it's a really nice night tonight. I mean, it's not cold at all. There's no wind. But when I put my face up in the air, there's like a light mist coming down. And it right before dark, you could tell that it was foggy. Tomorrow now, Melissa and I have to leave fairly early, probably by 7:30 in the morning or so, and drive all the way to Fargo, North Dakota. She has an appointment there, and that's about, according to GPS, 4 hours and 13 minutes. But she's excited because one of her places that she loves to eat is at Chili's, and there is no Chili's up here at all within 100 miles, and there is a Chili's in either Fargo or Moorhead, so we're gonna have lunch there. Good girl, let's go inside. Like I said, it's pretty mild out there, 31 degrees. Well, we're just about to take off on our long journey today. The weather does not sound like it's really going to be cooperating all that good. Light snow, freezing rain. Hopefully everything will be all right. Well, we just drove in the driveway. It's about 6:30 at night. That's a long drive all the way from here to Fargo and back. It looks like it snowed about 1.5 inches here, and it must have been windy because I'll walk down later with the headlamp, but the driveway is getting kind of drifted in on the end. It's getting narrower and narrower. Probably have to start the tractor tomorrow to hit the edges. I'm not sure how good you can even see that. These lights are so bright, but it's drifted over probably a good 3 feet into the driveway. In here you can see I got like 1 car length, so definitely got to push a little bit of snow tomorrow to make this a little bit wider. Oh, it's about 8:45. Still snowing out lightly. I want to come out here and get the eggs though, because it's still 25 degrees maybe, so they're not going to freeze, but I like to pick them every day. Hey girls, how's it going? It's 34 degrees in here. Looks like only 2 eggs today. Somebody asked in comments about which chicken was the squawker. It's that one right there. She is my oldest chicken. That one is at least 8 years old. And she is a New Hampshire Red. My favorite chicken breed is Rhode Island Red, but when I got chickens that time, I bought these, I don't know, at one of the farm and garden places as chicks. They didn't have any Rhode Islands, they had New Hampshires, and I bought them, and she has been a great layer. All the other ones are ones that we hatched, so. How you doing in there, Moo? You wanted to be in the open box with the heat pad, not in the cooler tonight? Alright, well it's just about time for bed. I don't know why, but sitting in your truck and driving for 9 hours in one day kind of takes it out of you. Good morning, everybody. Melissa just left for work, but today she has to get that little transit vehicle serviced. Oil change, the windshield wipers are horrid on it. Something to do with the key. I don't know what they're called when they don't have a key. But anyway, so she has an appointment with that this morning, and which is right in town here. And she's gonna call me if they say it's gonna take 3 or 4 hours, and then I'm gonna go grab her and run her into work. Otherwise, I have the wood stove going out there. I just started it. 32 degrees, no it's not, it's 32 degrees in the shop, and it is 21 or 22 degrees out here. Well, it sounds like it's only going to take maybe an hour to do Melissa's vehicle, so I won't have to drive her in. So I started the tractor, get some of that snow moved, put some more wood in the fire here. I did text her and asked her what she's doing for lunch. I don't know if she brought anything or if she wants to go out because she's right in town, so we'll find out. Looks like we're up to 48 degrees in here already. Oh, that's all the snow I'm going to push. That's plenty good. I got a nice wide driveway again. Melissa called. It's a little bit after 11 and her, whatever, the work van thingy is all done. Oil's changed, new windshield washer, whatever she had to have done, the windshield wipers. So I'm gonna run into town. We're gonna have a quick lunch and then she's gonna go out to the office and I'm gonna come back here and head to the workshop. When I was out pushing snow, Jim, our neighbor right here, Jim and Joyce live right there. He stopped by and we talked for a little bit. I will talk to you guys after lunch. Melissa and I are looking forward to this weekend when we can cook at home. Well, I'm determined to get at least something done out here today. I don't get good cell phone service inside of here. I gotta put my phone against that back window and then it'll come in once in a while. But I come out here, put wood in the stove, and then went out to my truck to get some of the tool, my skill saw and my apron, and my phone starts going off and I'm waiting for work to slow down here. I need to get to Louisiana for 3 weeks to get subs in there and get stuff done in that house. I need to do the 10-minute trip before I do that. And work usually slows down, but just from here to the truck I had 2 different things. A patio door that needs to be replaced, and another one where they're tearing apart their bathroom and the floor trusses underneath are compromised because of rot. And they're not comfortable fixing it themselves. I need to come in and take a look at it, and it's like everything just keeps, I still got work going on at work, so it's like, when can I get down to Louisiana? Oh, Melissa, she's been doing some research like on her family tree or genealogy or whatever, because her family came over from, she's Italian, so wherever they come from. And she's got some stuff in the trailer here, a binder that has research that she did years ago. And I told her I would shovel a path out here, and then I thought, you know what, I don't think I've had the battery on this thing for about a year and 3 months or 4 months. So, and I keep the battery in the house. It's warm all the time, and I just had it on the charger just a few days ago checking it. It was all good. So I thought I'm going to hook it up and see if the trailer comes to life. All the lights came on that are battery operated. That's pretty neat. I mean, it should, but still, you never know after a year and a half almost. I wish I had propane in those tanks. I could fire up the heat in here, and this one has the, whatever it's called, the polar insulation or whatever, so this would heat right up. Be nice to push the slides out, but I'm not going to do that. We had 2 of these out here. These were underneath the bed, so they were nice and safe, and she wanted to bring these in. It's just these are all the pictures, or the only stuff that was saved from the flood, the pictures and stuff. So bring these in and look through, and maybe she'll find whatever folder she's looking for. I just made it back out here. It's 7:24. It's officially warmer out here than it is in the house, though. It's 72 out here, and it's 70 degrees in the house. Now we spent about 20 minutes out in the fifth wheel, and then we brought that stuff in the house, and then she was looking through it, and after that flood happened, everything was so overwhelming that looking at the pictures and seeing what was ruined and what wasn't ruined, you know, what was lost, there was some stuff that Melissa could not do, and it was just too much for her, and that was one of them. So she has looked at a lot of these before, but some of these pictures she didn't even know that I got to save. So I think it's good to leave her a few minutes in there looking at the pictures and stuff, and she's talking or messaging with whoever the person is with the genealogy thing. And yeah, maybe she can figure something out. I told her I'm determined to get these couple of lights switched out tonight. I've been trying for a bunch of the day here to get this done. I like it. It's nice and bright over that for sure. I think where this light is right here, you can set these up in sequence so they're, you know, just right next to each other, end to end. I think I'm going to put a second one. I mean, it's plenty bright, but come on, you can definitely see it gets darker, especially in the camera, on this side and that side. So if I were to do them in sequence and have two of them there, because most of the work is going to get done right on that workbench. Okay everyone, well it's a little bit after 8:30. I'm going to run inside. At least I got the two lights that I wanted to get installed. One of the next projects I want to do, if I'm in the mood for it, I definitely need a wood box right here, and or in the shop, and I do want to put it on this side. I'm going to come out here and come across. I only want it to be, I don't want it to go above the top of the workbench, because then if you have any kind of a project that's going and you happen to want to lay it off past, it would butt into it. So probably keep it down below. And then I noticed when I was out here cooking the other day that when I took the pan off, I had nowhere to put it, and it's not like you could just slide it to the side of the stove and it's not hot like one of those old cooking stoves, you know, that ran on wood. So I had to put it on the floor under the cement because I didn't want to put it on here because it would have been hot enough to burn this. So I think I'm going to leave the top, and it's going to be fairly open. You want to put your wood in and be able to get air in it and everything. And then I think in the middle here, I'm going to put some sort of a metal grate, so if I do cook out here, I can set the fry pan or frying whatever skillet right on top of there and it won't burn anything. Just be something different. This is the kind of stuff my head thinks about. So if I get out here tomorrow and I feel like doing that, maybe I'll work on that. But I've been out here several days and I haven't been in the mood to build that yet. Today now I'm looking at this wall right here. That thing that's on the wall has to come down. I have those cabinets that I reclaimed from that kitchen job. One of them is 37 inches. So I might put that over on this side against that wall. You know, legally you got to keep 2 feet clear in front of that electric box. And I have a TV. I'm definitely going to put a TV out here. And we have a 50 or a 55 inch that is just sitting in a closet right now in the house. And I'm going to put it on this wall. It'll be farther away from any dust. And so I'm just trying to figure out, I've been looking at this wall for a few days now thinking, how can I do that? It has to have a little 12-inch shelf underneath it unless I get like a TV hanger, but I see no reason to do that because what if you wanted to put a DVD on it or something? You have to have somewhere to put it. So anyway, I don't know what project's coming up next. My mind will tell me in the morning. Well, it's just about 10 o'clock and I was going to go get the eggs. but I have not seen earless in a while, and I don't know if you guys can see their eyes, but earless is out there, and I don't want to bug them. They're walking off slowly now, but they'll be right back. So it's warm enough. The eggs are not going to freeze tonight, so I'll get them in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's another gloomy, no sunshine winter day here in Minnesota, but at least it's 27 degrees. I'm running up to the store this morning because you guys watch all the Farmhouse cooking on the Northern Seclusion channel here, and so many people want Melissa's recipes, and there's just not time to do that in the vlog type videos that I do. So she started a channel, and it's called As the Rooster Crows. I'll leave a link for that in the description of this video. And today we're gonna start making videos for that channel so that when she cooks something, there's a how-to video on how to do it, and I can just put the link in there and you guys can go over there and get the recipe and see exactly how to do it. Well, it looks like they're fairly busy already, but not too bad. At least I can park fairly close. Well, I finally made it out here to the workshop. Melissa is in there. She's just starting lunch right now, and since she wants to do a cooking video on it, she needed my tripod. So I thought I was gonna film for her, but she said she's kind of like me. If there's people around, I have a real hard time doing any filming. Even my kids or even Melissa around. I mean, I can do it, but I'm much more comfortable just, when you're doing it by yourself. But I'm gonna start the stove right now, but I wasn't stupid. I came out here earlier and took my diesel heater and went ahead and plugged that in, so it's already almost 60 degrees in here. It doesn't take much to heat it up when it's 30 degrees outside. Grab my lighter. What do you think, Joni? Did we get kicked out of the house? one refurbished cabinet. It'll get a lot of use. I'm going to put all my electric stuff in there. And then once I rebuild that wall completely has to be taken out because it's too short. It doesn't hit the floor. It's not insulated. So eventually I'll pull that completely out, and then I want to have a door in that so that I can open that door and turn on that big fan in there and it'll suck air out of here. Then I have another cabinet, which is right there. That one I just put up was 37 inches. This one is 59 here. And that one I want to put all the paint and glue and stuff like that in. And I'll put that against that back wall. And these two little guys here, I'm just not sure yet. I think they're 36 by probably 16 inches tall. I'll find a place for them eventually. And that leaves us room for a TV right here. And that TV is about 45 inches wide, which is right here. And then it's 29 inches tall. That's with the legs. So something like, probably like this. And I am going to put a shelf across here to put the TV on, because if I want to move the TV, I don't want to pay for a mounting bracket. And it could just sit on the shelf, and then because all this could change. I mean, 6 screws and that comes down. TV could move somewhere else. I don't know, but for right now, that's a perfect place, and it's kind of away from all the dust. Well, Joni, you ready to go in for lunch? Let's go. It should be done. Dang, that looks really good. It really does. I was inside for a while editing Melissa's first video for the As the Rooster Crows channel, and then she got to watch it. And now she can see where, you know, she can change things or whatever. But I did dig out the old TV. And there it is right there. And I see this is the one I believe we bought, and it was in the fifth wheel. That was the second one we put in the fifth wheel. And it does still even has the plastic around. We never took the plastic off of this or anything. So yeah, she's a good one. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up here about 5.5. It'll put it right around about here, and just run like a 2x10 or two, maybe a couple of deck boards for whatever, for a shelf going across, because that'll give me enough height so that the lathe can actually fit right underneath there if I want to. I thought last night when Melissa and I were out in the fifth wheel that I saw a DVD player in there. Doesn't mean it has the remote with it though, so I don't know why we wouldn't have brought that one in the house here, but I'm gonna check it out anyway. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's the one that had the front of the door broke off. Well, I can get the DVD to come on, but the remote might be inside in the drawer that we have a lot of that stuff in. I don't know, I'd have to look for it and see. If it would have been just a single movie on here instead of one of those multiples, it would have just started right up. I'm gonna see if I can find that remote or get a different movie. Melissa's in here making jambalaya right now. The first video is uploading to the As the Rooster Crows channel. Well, I have no idea if any of these are the right remote. I remember we would buy the universal ones for different things, but I'll give them a try and see what happens. Ah, got it.
It's going to be
okay, well, it's a couple minutes after 8 o'clock and it's time to go inside.
Anonymous transmission. It was internal. We can't go to the usual agencies.
Watch this.
No.
Can I open up the lid?
No.
Okay, everyone, it's a little bit after 10 o'clock. Just about to go to bed. I did come out here and put some more alfalfa out for the deer, some corn and some sweet feed, and I'm just going to go in and grab the eggs. Hey girls, how's it going? Only 3 eggs. I didn't even get eggs yesterday. What's going on in here? We did add some oyster shells into the chicken coop here. This time of year they're getting no grit, anything like that. So oyster shells, they don't ever eat much of them, but it does help them out. One of the next projects, I'm going to move the actual chicken feeder over here, kind of in front of the window. Just hang it from the ceiling there. And then over in the corner where the feeder is, I'm going to build a chicken roost. I will see all of you in the morning. Tomorrow I have to head south. I have a very busy week at work. And I'm looking forward to having a big old plate of that jambalaya. I've just been hanging out with Melissa this morning. I got my tools out of the workshop, put them back in my truck. Got most of my stuff ready to go into my truck here now inside the house. Right now we're just going to have some lunch, and it won't be long and I'll be heading south.
Grab the money and flee.
Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. We did pick up some stuff from the P.O. box. I'll have to get that when I come up here next time. guys on the next video.